Hello viewers of Nltv, I'm Rinki Gogoi and welcome to Nltv News Now. First headlines. Nagaland locks in 56 new COVID-19 cases, thereby taking the total number of active cases to 503. With this, the state's total tally stands at 35,713. Cumulative recoveries have also increased to 32,000. Minister for PHED Jacob Jimomi formally inaugurates a two-lane RCC bridge over Dhansiri River, a 372-feet-long concrete bridge in the presence of villagers and a host of dignitaries at Shozuku Zukiye village. According to the Health Ministry's data, India has a total of 44,877 fresh COVID-19 cases, while the active cases stands at 5,37,045. Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar blames China for the current lack of situation, accusing Beijing of violating written agreements by amassing forces along the border, and is a concern for the entire international community. The Election Commission of India eases restrictions on campaigning for ongoing assembly elections in 5 states. A periodic review of the status of COVID in the country has been taken by the Commission, especially in the poll-bound states. Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao demands that Assam Chief Minister Hemanta Biswa Sarma be sacked owing to his alleged indecent remarks on Congress leader Rahul Gandhi. Let's see more of the news in details. A two-lane RCC bridge over Dhansiri River at Shozuku village, Zukiyu village, was inaugurated on Saturday. Notably, Nagaland Minister for PHED Jacob Jimomi formally inaugurated the 372-feet-long concrete bridge in the presence of villagers and a host of dignitaries, including Advisor Information Technology and Communications (NRE) and Science and Technology Monlumo Kikon, Deputy Commissioner Newland Ajit Kumar Verma, and former MLA Hewoto Awomi. According to the villagers, the bridge will prove to be a lifeline to more than 50 Western Sumi villages, as these villages would now be directly connected to the commercial hub Dimapur. The bridge would also act as a shortcut and better route to Dimapur for villagers living in Ralan areas in neighboring Woka district. Nagaland reported a total of 56 new COVID-19 cases, with the active cases standing at 503. With this, the state's total tally stands at 35,713, and the state's cumulative recoveries have increased to 32,450, while the death toll remains at 746 with no new fatality. Therefore, Nagaland has administered 15.89 lakhs COVID-19 doses and more than 1.44 lakhs doses administered in between the age of 15 to 18 so far. Taking the records from February 5 to 11, 90% new cases has been detected and 13 COVID-19 deaths in the state so far. India reported 44,877 fresh COVID-19 cases, while the active cases stood at 5,37,045, showed the Health Ministry's data. Furthermore, a total of 1,17,591 patients recovered in the last 24 hours, taking the cumulative recoveries to 4,15,85,711. As per the Health Ministry's data, the national COVID-19 recovery rate now stands at 97.55% and daily positivity rate stands at 3.17%. The Election Commission of India eased restrictions on campaigning on Saturday for ongoing assembly elections in 5 states. Commission took a periodic review of the states of COVID-19 in the country and especially in the poll-bound states. As per information received from the Union Health Secretary, the ground situation of COVID-19 has significantly improved and the cases are fast receding in the country. Therefore, campaign ban will now apply from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. instead of the existing 12-hour ban from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. Campaigns, however, must strictly adhere to State Disaster Management Authority's COVID protocols. Public rallies and meetings could have no more than 50% by SDMA. The last phase of the election is on March 7. Votes will be counted on March 10. Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao demanded Prime Minister Narendra Modi to sack Assam Chief Minister Hemanta Biswa Sarma over his alleged indecent remarks on Congress leader Rahul Gandhi. Rao, following the statements by CM Sharma, questioned, "Modi ji, is this the Indian culture?" The CM questioned BJP President Nada, "Is this what has been taught in the Vedas, Mahabharata, Ramayana and Bhagavad Gita?" And added, "Is it our culture? Can a Chief Minister of State talk like this?" KCR demanded that Sharma be sacked immediately, and KCR asked if Sharma is egoistic or doing tamasha. It may be mentioned that on Friday, Chief Minister Hemanta Biswa Sarma in an election rally made indecent remarks against Rahul Gandhi. Bajrang Dal members staged protests against Valentine's Day in Hyderabad on Saturday. Protesters burned greeting cards and effigies of Valentine at Abid's Circle in Hyderabad. Bajrang Dal member Kailash remarked that more than 40 soldiers sacrificed lives in Pulwama, so the youth need to understand and take these soldiers as the inspiration and not Valentine's Day. Bajrang Dal members further requested the centre and Telangana governments to declare February 14 as the Amar Jawan Divas. Delhi Chief Minister and Aam Aadmi Party National Convener Arvind Kejriwal appealed to the people of Goa and Uttarakhand on Sunday to vote for AAP. Kejriwal stated that the Congress and BJP ruled for 10 years in Uttarakhand. In Goa, Congress was in power for 27 years while BJP for 15 years. He remarked that both Congress and BJP have only looted the people of Goa and Uttarakhand. He further added that AAP will deliver on welfare development related works and thus urged the people to bring AAP to power with full majority. Notably, assembly elections in Goa and Uttarakhand will take place on February 14. The Karnataka government on Saturday extended holidays for all pre-university colleges amid the ongoing row over students wearing hijab. The state government announced that PU colleges will remain shut on Monday and Tuesday, and the Karnataka High Court is said to schedule the case on Monday. The state's higher education minister C. N. Ashwanath Narayan on Friday announced that all degree, postgraduate and technical colleges will remain shut until February 16. Police, meanwhile, have held flag marches in Dakshina Kannada and Udupur districts as part of preventive measures in communally sensitive areas. However, that led to some incidents flaring up of tensions. Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar on Saturday blamed China for the current lack of situation, saying Beijing has violated written agreements by amassing forces along the border and LAC and is an issue of legitimate concern for the entire international community. The issue came up at a Quad meeting on Friday. The minister also said repeated criticism by China won't make Quad any less credible. However, Beijing slammed the meeting, describing Quad as a tool to contain China. He asserted that our record, our actions, stances is fairly clear, and by criticizing it repeatedly, it doesn't make us less credible. Pine said that Quad is not against anything and it is about building confidence and resilience, promoting a region in which all countries are able to feel sovereign and secure without threat of intimidation. Indian Ambassador at Large for International Religious Freedom, Rashad Hussain, voiced his opinion on the Karnataka hijab law. India on Saturday responded saying, "Motivated comments on our internal issues are not welcome." The statement from the official spokesperson of the Ministry of External Affairs, Arindam Baghi, came after a senior official of the US government remarked on the hijab controversy in Karnataka, arguing that religious freedom included the freedom to wear religious attire of one's choice. The response came hours after Mr. Hussain commented on the unfolding issues in Karnataka, saying, "Hijab bans in schools violate religious freedom and stigmatize and marginalize women and girls." Mr. Hussain has been vocal on similar issues pertaining to the Uyghur minority in China and other places where minority rights are under threat. Jammu and Kashmir's Katwa district received its first free telemedicine service in ambulance. Doctors on Wheels on Saturday, Union Minister of State in the Prime Minister's office, Jitendra Singh, flagged off the service. Doctors on Wheels was launched by NHPC Limited in association with Sahara Health and Development Society. Notably, ambulance is equipped with latest lab technology and connect patients with senior doctors in Hyderabad, Bengaluru, Surat and Ahmedabad. The facility is set to provide relief to people living in the far-flung areas of Kathua where healthcare services are poor. On the birth anniversary of poet and freedom fighter Sarojini Naidu, Rajya Sabha Deputy Chairman Harivansh and other parliamentarians on Sunday paid floral tribute to freedom fighter Sarojini Naidu in the Central Hall of Parliament House. Secretary General Lok Sabha Utpal Singh and other dignitaries also paid floral tributes to Sarojini Naidu. Sarojini Naidu, better known as a Nightingale of India or Bharatiya Kokila, was known for her poems and gestures for ideal love. She was born on February 13, 1879. Sarojini had an inclination towards writing since the age of 12. Her collection of poems, The Broken Wings, was published in 1905. She joined the Indian national movement during the Bengal partition in 1905. She passed away on March 2, 1949 at the Government House in Lucknow. The countdown for the launch of Indian Space Research Organization's workhorse PSLV C-52 carrying EOS-04, a radar imaging satellite, and 2 other satellites stationed in Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota is all set to lift off on Monday. The rocket will lift off from the first launch pad at Sriharikota at 5:59 a.m. on Monday. Monday's launch will also be the 23rd mission of PSLV in XL configurations with 6 PSOM XLs. Amid fears of Russian invasion of Ukraine, Australia directed its embassy staff in Kiev to evacuate and move to Kiev, a city in the western part of the country. Foreign Minister Marise Payne said that they have advised Australians to leave Ukraine immediately by commercial means. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Scott Morrison said that the situation is reaching a very dangerous stage. Also, Prime Minister Scott Morrison called on China not to remain chillingly silent on the crisis. Moreover, the United States and Europe stepped up their warnings of an imminent attack on Russia or Ukraine. Meanwhile, the Kremlin, jostling for more influence in post-Cold War Europe, rejected a joint EU-NATO diplomatic response to its demand to reduce tensions as disrespectful. Kai Havertz converted a penalty deep into extra time to clinch Club World Cup glory for Chelsea with a 2-1 win over Brazilian side Palmeiras. The game appeared destined for a penalty shootout after a drab extra period, but the Blues got the opportunity to go in front again and they took it out. Romelu Lukaku initially put Chelsea ahead with an excellent header just before the hour, but Palmeiras leveled 9 minutes later through a Rafael Veiga spot kick. Havertz then kept his cool from the spot in the 117th minute as Chelsea were crowned world champions for the first time. Chelsea returned to Premier League against action next Saturday away to Crystal Palace. Manchester City's relentless pursuit of the Premier League title continued with a thumping 4-0 win at Norwich City. City winger Raheem Sterling scored a hat-trick with Phil Foden also on target as City restored their 12-point lead over Liverpool, whose faced bottom club Burnley away on Sunday. United desperately needed a win at hometown to Southampton, but despite taking the lead when Marcus Rashford set up Jadon Sancho in the 21st minute, they were again found wanting. United moved into 5th spot, level on 40 points, with West Ham United. Everton claimed a first league win under Frank Lampard to ease their relegation fears, beating Leeds United 3-0 to move 5 points clear of third from bottom Norwich. On the birth anniversary of the poet and freedom fighter Sarojini Naidu, Rajya Sabha Deputy Chairman Harivansh and other parliamentarians on Sunday paid floral tributes to freedom fighter Sarojini Naidu in the Central Hall of Parliament House. Secretary General Lok Sabha Utpal Kumar Singh and other dignitaries also paid floral tributes. Sarojini Naidu, better known as the Nightingale of India or Bharatiya Kokila, was known for her poems and gestures for ideal love. Born on February 13, 1879, Sarojini Naidu had an inclination towards writing since the age of 12. Her collection of poems, The Broken Wings, was published in 1905. She joined the Indian national movement during the Bengal partition in 1905. She passed away on March 2, 1949 at the Government House in Lucknow. Thank you, viewers of Nltv. That's all from Nltv News Now. For more updates, keep watching Nltv Sab Manu Laga Awaz.
Nltv Sab Manu Laga Awaz. Watch us live on Jio TV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapur viewers, we are on channel number 10 in Global.